Hey look, sandhill cranes. These two are always here. Well, I got a lot of good feedback on the last video, and it was a 9-minute video, so I mean, I know that's a lot for the attention span of nowadays. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is just make videos separately for each plant. This first plant I want to talk about is the native plant black cherry. It's an American black cherry. And this wood, if you've ever had any kind of cherry wood, it's probably from this. If it's for a smoker or for any furniture, it's most of the time going to be from this. It's a massive tree. It gets in the hundreds of feet. It produces tons of fruit. And if it's competing for canopy, it's going to grow straight up and then put its canopy really high where you can't get to it. But if it's out in the open, it just makes this big bushy tree with low-hanging fruit that you can grab. It's a great tree for survival. You don't want to eat any of the leaves or any of the part really. The stones from the fruit, it's got cyanide in it, and it actually is not good for grazing animals such as goats or cows or horses. Just when these wilt for some reason, it concentrates the cyanide, and a handful of them could kill your animal. So you don't want them anywhere near these, no grazing animals. But lots of birds love it. You're talking like turkeys, you're talking all the songbirds, doves, chickens. If you have chickens, they love the fruit from this, and the stone will harm them because they can't digest it, just passes through them. Not just birds, bears, fox, coyotes, they love the fruit off of this too. So it attracts a lot of animals. Quail. So if you're in a survival situation, you need meat, this is going to attract them. But we can eat them as well, and you can just kind of pop in your mouth, and they're kind of addictive. You just pop them in there and you eat them. Just don't swallow the stone. But you can make jams, you can make jellies. It has a very high pectin count, so you don't actually need Sure Gel typically. You can use it, but it doesn't necessarily need it. It also attracts a ton of pollinators. You also will see the mulberry caterpillar. I can't think of the name, but it's the one that puts the cocoon. I'll put it on the screen if I can find it. But it puts the cocoon, and you see it on mulberries all the time. But other than that, it's a pretty hardy plant, and it's able to handle the full sun. Luckily, there's not too much you can misidentify it for. There is one poisonous mimic specifically for the berries you need to watch out for. It's called pokeweed. I wonder if I have any pokeweed on the property. Okay, this... Yeah, I don't know why I decided to run. It's 105 degrees out here, and I'm out of shape. So this is pokeweed. Let me get you closer to it. All right, so like I said, this is pokeweed. You can see it's very different. Larger leaves. It's a smaller plant. It grows closer to the ground. It's got soft body leaves, not those hard, shiny leaves. So, I mean, there's a lot of difference to it. You can't really confuse the plants. It's the fruit that looks different. I'll have to put it on screen because none of this is blooming yet. Pokeweed is toxic. Even the leaves are toxic. Some people actually do eat it, and they eat the small shoots when they're coming up, and they boil them a lot, change the water a lot to get all the poisons out of it. Everything about this plant is poisonous, including the berries. So you don't want to just willy-nilly eat this. You got to know what you're doing. It does have a lot of potential for cancer treatment, and apparently a compound in this is being used and studied to create solar energy. So that's pretty cool. The berries actually were used by Native Americans to write in ink. So it's not a terrible plant, it's just toxic to eat. You can't eat this one. And when I say it's toxic, you don't want this around children, you don't want this around domestic animals, you don't want it around grazing animals. As soon as it gets to a certain height, it is inedible, and it causes hemorrhaging and all kinds of internal bleeding kind of issues. But anyway, that's the black cherry and the pokeweed as a side because of the berries. Let me know what you think. Would you rather less details with multiple plants, or would you rather just a really detailed, comprehensive on each plant? Anyway, until next time, stay rooted in Christ, grow in grace, take care, God bless.